I think I'm audible. Thank you for your warm introduction. Esteemed participants and organizers, a very good afternoon. It's my privilege to share platform with educators as a part of 6-day international FDP on next gen engineering education modern perspective for educators, organized by Department of Science and Humanities, Sripati Institute of Management and Technology, Vavanur, Palakkad. Anyway, with a hope to share quality time and thought-provoking discussion, I welcome each one of you to my session, Building Next-Gen Engineers, Integrating Physical Activity and Wellness into Holistic Education. Okay, let me begin with a very common term. It's a familiar term, health. When we think about health, what comes to our mind? Actually, no disease or not being sick, isn't it? Actually, if we considering or if you are hearing the term health, at first we must got the idea that we have no disease. We are not being sick. But let us now see what health actually means. World Health Organization in 1948, WHO, the World Health Organization, is given a wonderful definition. That is, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. Here, WHO divided the concept of health into three components. That is, physical, mental, and social health. Here, physical health can be divided into health-related, performance-related, and cosmetic fitness. Here, health-related fitness is necessary for everyone, and performance-related fitness is only for sports person. The components are totally different from health-related and performance-related physical fitness. For performance-related physical fitness, the components are agility, some other motor qualities, just like endurance, strength, just like that. But here we are mentioning normal health-related physical fitness. And the third one is cosmetic fitness. That is not needed. Actually, the cosmetic fitness means we are using external substances, just like steroids and using doping. We are making or improving or increasing our muscular hypertrophy. And in the other hand, we are cutting the fat for lean body mass, just as our models are doing. These are not good for health. Actually, here we are discussing the health related physical fitness. Only we need health related physical fitness. Actually, what do you mean by health related physical fitness? That is nothing but you can complete or you can do your physical activities with vigor and vitality without undue fatigue. That is normal physical fitness. You can carry out your daily tasks with vigor and vitality without undue fatigue, then you can say that you are physically fit. Then next term is mental fitness. Here, mental, mind. In Malayalam, we can say that manas. Actually, where it is situated, I can say that the mind is situated under the skull. It's known as brain. All our functions are controlled by the brain. Then here the mental health denotes or refers to peace in oneself and harmony with others. We can say that mental health means how you can think or how you can feel or behave or handle your normal stress in life, your decision making capacity, and also mental health is cognitive, learning, perceive, think, and also emotional health. Simply, we can say that peace in oneself and harmony with others. The third term in this definition is social health. Social health refers to establishing good interpersonal relationship, respecting personal boundaries. Man is a human being, is a social animal that we know. We want to mix up with our community, or we want to cope up with our community. Then we can say that social health. Recent studies says that the person who is much more mingling with the society or a social being, the life expectancy of that sort of persons are increased than the introverts. Actually, we can say that the examples are our politicians. They are mingling with lots of pupils daily in their daily life, and they are solving so many problems. And that mingling and social gathering makes them makes the increase in their life expectancy, that we can say. Then here we can simply say that health is not merely the absence of disease or infirmity, it is the complete state of physical, mental, and social well-being. Now, the another term, wellness. Now, coming to the wellness, the term wellness is commonly misunderstood. This term is commonly misunderstood. Health and wellness are interconnected, but they are not same. I can say that they are like cousins, not twins. Health and wellness are interconnected. This term is mostly we are using health and wellness, and the wellness is actually a holistic approach. Holistic is a very relevant term. Holistic means you are looking at the whole system, not just one piece. Actually, I can say that this term is commonly misused in the present scenario. Actually, we can watch what is wellness. This is what is called as wellness wheel. You can listen to the wellness wheel. This is wellness. Let me introduce the concept of wellness wheel. Wellness as I already said that wellness as a holistic approach. Wellness is comprised of 7 factors: physical, mental, emotional, financial, occupational, social, spiritual. These are the 7 components. And wellness can be attained only when these 7 factors are attained. Practically, it is very difficult to attain all of these. You can imagine you are physically fit, you are mentally fit, you are emotionally fit, but you are not financially stable. Financial means satisfaction with the current and future financial situation. You are not satisfied. Then it will affect your emotional and mental health, and then it will disturb your physical health. Everything will be collapsed. That is why we can say that these 7 components in the wheel are interconnected, and attaining these 7 factors, practically, it is very difficult to attain all of these. On the average, we can say that we are in wellness. If you take one day, there will be just few minutes where we attain all these factors. Then we can say that if you are taking one day, we are in wellness for few minutes. Then in the case of 1 week, maybe in 2 or 3 hours. Maybe in the case of months, we can take it as 2 or 3 days. That is wellness. It is very difficult to in a stable position to attain these 7 factors. Nowadays, we can see many companies marketing their products worth trillions of dollars in the name of wellness. You can see this word wellness is mostly used in all fitness centers and all other products also. We can say wellness oil. Nowadays, I saw a bottle containing wellness oil. Without any scientific evidence, they claim to offer wellness in bottles. Is it possible? Actually, wellness is the components of 7 components. We want to balance the 7 components. Then only we can attain wellness. How it offer wellness in bottles? Please understand. If you try to achieve all the aspects of wellness, you will be able to attain good health. That is the importance. Actually, I said that wellness and health is interconnected and they are cousins. In my term, they are cousins, not twins. Actually, you are trying to attain wellness. In every day, you are trying to attain wellness every day. You will be definitely reach in the state of health. What WHO stated, physically, mentally, and socially, you will be fit. You are aiming wellness, you will be definitely reach to wellness. That is the goal. That is why health and wellness are combining together and saying together. Okay, so far, as an educator in physical education, I would prefer saying health is just a score and wellness means your overall performance in the game. If you are taking our life as a game, we can say that wellness is the overall performance of the game that you played, and health is just a score in that. Okay, these are the 2 terms here I am mentioning, health and wellness, the pillars of my topic. Okay, then why health education? Health education is the process of equipping individuals and communities with the knowledge, skills, and value needed to improve their well-being, to prevent diseases, and to make life choices. It promotes healthy behavior. Health education promotes healthy behavior, no doubt at all. It improves health outcomes, reduces healthcare costs, promotes social justice, empowers individuals and communities. No doubt. Health means that what you have, and the education that will know how to keep it and how to improve it or work with it. It's not perfect. Then health education is very much needed. It promotes healthy behavior. Health care, and here is a misunderstanding that health care and health education is totally different. We already done vaccination and we got the information of vaccination through health education. And so many examples we can say that health education is needed. Let me now show a new news clip. The news clip is mentioned why physical education should be a core subject in the title. And this is presented by famous Indian journalist Palki Sharma in her news channel named as First Post. Just watch the video.
The 3 R's refer to reading, writing, and reckoning, basically calculation or arithmetic. So that's the 3 R's, reading, writing, reckoning. But in recent years, there has been a push for a 4th R, recess. This includes playtime for physical education. You see, researchers, educators, parents, they're all increasingly coming on the same page. They're all realizing that exercise is crucial for children. So they want to boost physical education. They want to raise its standard. They want to give it the same status as maths, English, or science. And slowly, governments are coming on board. Now, credit where it's due. China is a part of this club. Beijing wants to beef up physical education. They have unveiled a bunch of policies which look at the quality and quantity of PE in schools. There are 3 key aspects here. First, PE will become core to the curriculum, like Chinese or maths. It will not be a secondary subject. Second, the focus will shift to teachers. Their numbers will get a boost. And so will the respect that they're due. Yes, China being China is mandating respect too, but this time for good, it seems. They want physical education teachers to be treated the same as their colleagues teaching core subjects. This will ensure that they are compensated well and held to higher standards. Plus, it will encourage retired athletes and military veterans to pitch in. And third, apart from quality, Beijing is regulating quantity as well. They're mandating at least 2 hours of physical activity daily, 1 hour at school and another outside school. Of course, an obstacle course lies ahead. These policies could face hurdles during execution, like ensuring relevant infrastructure in schools, or regulating the hiring of teachers, or measuring the progress, and making sure that some children don't fall behind. But these policies are also necessary. And this is one of those rare occasions where China is thinking in the right direction. But why now? Why is Beijing giving physical education the credit it is due? The answer lies in their economy. It is in bad shape. There is a slowdown. Factory activity has shrunk. People are spending lesser money, so they're opting for cheaper food or junk food. Over the next decade, obesity is expected to rise in the country, and this is bad news. Because according to the World Health Organization, more than 37% of their population is already overweight or obese. And this includes children. Back in 1990, about 1% of Chinese boys were obese. Today, that number stands at 15%. This is behind the US, but ahead of most other countries like the UK, Japan, and India. Or look at obesity among Chinese girls. In 1990, it was less than 1%. Today, it is about 8%. Obesity is a major public health issue in China, so Beijing wants children to exercise more and make movement a part of their lives right from school. But this is not just about China or about obesity for that matter. People say exercise is good for the body and mind. This is especially true for children. It increases muscle and bone strength, it boosts fitness, heart health, and promotes better sleep. Exercise also makes children fitter for learning. Study after study shows this. Children who are more physically active do better in school. They have better concentration, better focus, more self-control, lesser stress and anxiety. In fact, physically fit children have different brain structures altogether. It helps them do better at maths and reading. So the benefits are plenty, yet physical education is often seen as a hindrance to studies. It is viewed as a distraction. It is given stepchild treatment. Very few countries mandate it in schools. Sure, there are a lot of caveats to ensure exercise in schools, yet you need ample resources, like the right kind of gear or enough playgrounds. You need qualified specialist teachers. You need the right standards, better funding, and ways to battle the inherent bias against playtime. But the benefits of physical education far outweigh the efforts required to bring this radical shift. So my point is quite simple. Physical education is like the underdog of schooling, and it deserves to be valued because it is unfair to teach students to sit still when we don't help them move more.
Okay. Actually, I already said that the person is a famous Indian journalist known as Palki Sharma, and she already, I think nowadays one day or 1 week before she resigned from first post, the channel first post, and joined in another channel. Anyway, she is sharing this kind of healthy or physical education, just like informations are passing through her channel. Then in her video, she already mentioned that so many countries like Finland, Norway, Estonia, China, and Wales, Japan were the happiest people in the world live. And the slides, she shows that they are doing physical activity. They are engaging more in physical activity. We can see at least one activity area in public places like malls, parking areas in these countries. Nowadays, China is giving much more importance to physical activity. Actually, this news is based about China. And if you are visiting China in the parking areas or even in the malls, we can see the underground or the topmost area of mall become a playground. And if you got a small leisure time, it will be converted for physical activities. That is their idea. Actually, nowadays in our state, Kerala and India also, the open gymnasium trend is increasing. Actually, this idea is got from China. And in an open gymnasium for public places, everyone can approach or attain these facilities at any time with no cost. That is the idea. This is why the open gymnasiums are get popularity nowadays. And here I can mention that the quote of our Swami Vivekananda, that he said that what India needs today is not Bhagavad Gita but football field. Actually, here he believes that the football field means the football playing youth, energetic football playing youth. Means energetic youth is needed to our country. That is why over to the major reforms of the latest BTech curriculum of APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University. I think the most of the participants in this seminar are belongs to under this university, APJ Abdul Kalam University. That is why I am sharing this slide about this health and wellness course. The curriculum revision 2024 added the course UCHWT 127. That's the code. That's the code of this paper. Health and wellness as the BTech curriculum under the guidance of the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Saji Gobinathan. Actually, these reforms comes on 2024. Before it occurred, the major universities just like Mahatma Gandhi, Kannur, Kerala, Calicut universities are implemented health and wellness course to their UG programs as an elective subject. I think it started from 2015 itself, but as a professional university, as a technical university for maintaining professional students, managing professional students, APJ KTU is implemented this health and wellness curriculum on the new reform at 2024. The course Health and Wellness is designed for first years students of all branches, and proudly say that under his guidance, he said that we want to give 1 credit to the students. Those who are completing health and wellness, we can give 1 credit. If one student want to complete BTech, full BTech course, he needs some score, some credits, total credits. In between that credits, 1 credit is added by the subject health and wellness. And here is, you can say, watch the design, 1 lecture hour and 1 practical hour, total 50 marks. This is the design. Here the course objectives to provide essential knowledge on physical activity, health, and wellness, to ensure students understand their body systems, exercise principles, nutrition, mental health, and disease management, to educate students on the benefits of yoga, the risk of substances abuse. That's important thing, the risk of substance abuse and basic first aid skills also, to equip the students with the ability to lead healthier lifestyle. You can watch the fifth objective of this course was to enable the students to design effective and personalized exercise programs. Actually, one student completed this completing this course in her or his first year, then he or she may able to design one effective personalized exercise program. Okay, that is a very nice objectives. And come to the course outcome. These are all modules we are designed in understand level of Bloom's taxonomy. Module 1 is CO1 and module 2 CO2 and 3. Module 3 is here as the CO3 and module 4 as converted as CO4. No need to explain. Actually, it's designed under the Bloom's taxonomy. It's in understand level. Then we can move to the assessment. Continuous internal evaluation assessment. Totally 50 marks are awarded. Here we are dividing the marks into 10 marks for attendance and 20 marks for presentation and 20 marks for activity evaluation. Fortunately, I got an opportunity to be a part of the syllabus revision committee. And here we can say that attendance 20 marks may be given in the case of study micro project. In my college, NSS College of Engineering, assignment was given as the presentation based on the syllabus topic. And here is the evaluation was based on the content, creativity, teamwork, presentation skills. Actually, two batches are completed in 2025-26. Then the students are presented really well, and they are developed good language, and they are showing good teamwork while doing this presentation and while attending the practicals also. And here the evaluation is 20 marks for activity evaluation was done on the basis of Fit India protocols for 18 to 65 years. Actually, a Fit India is a protocol designed by our central government for all age categories. Here we are assigned the Fit India measurements or protocols for 18 to 25 age category, 18 to 65 age category. From this category, we selected 4 tests. That is where we sit and reach, partial curl up, push up for male and modified push up for female, 2 kilometer run or walk. Here we sit and reach test is commonly used to measure flexibility of the students. And the partial curl up for abdominal muscular strength, and push up is for modified push up or modified push up for female is for our core strength, to measure the core strength of the students. And 2 kilometer run or walk is assigned to understand the endurance of the students. Luckily, I can say that fortunately our VC, the doctor at that time, VC was Dr. Saji Gobinath sir. The committee suggested that we can make a theory examination just like other subjects, but his direction is just like that. We didn't conduct any written test for health and wellness. Definitely we want to conduct practical test for BTech students. According to his guidance, we are implemented this practical test, and we have completed successfully 2 batch. Good response we earned from the students. Then we can just move to the another term of my title, holistic education. Here, I suggested that these are the pillars of reform. We, the modern educators, actually, I am using always the educators. Why? Because I got attracted when the title received by this wonderful FDP, educators, the modern perspective for educators. That is why I am using educators, not teachers. We are facilitators, then educators. That's a good term. As a modern educators, we need to focus on the overall development of a students, not than merely academics. In order to produce efficient and healthy generation, we want to give a all-round development of a student. Let us now focus. A very important term is mentioned here, holistic education. Holistic education is a comprehensive philosophy that seeks to develop the whole person rather than focusing on academic achievement. Here we are focusing the all-round development of a student. That is mentioning holistic education. It is connected to the approach to well-being and learning excellence. We will now dive deep into the various pillars. Here I mentioned the pillars of reform in the left-hand corner of this slide. The various pillars of reform, that is sedentary slump, neurocognitive case, ergonomics, nutritional framework, circadian rhythm, and institutional policies. To begin with, we shall first identify the crisis faced by modern day students and then address the same. The picture is on the slide clearly depicts the current scenario of the youth. We are familiar to this situation while we are taking classes at our institutions. This is the current scenario. This is known as sedentary slump. The slump is a very common term used by sports persons and also civil engineers. And we can watch the economics also says slump. Where the civil engineers are used the word slump about their concrete mixing. And also then the economics also says when the share market collapses, then they will say that they will definitely use the word slump. And also as a physical educator or sports persons are used recently this word slump for the decline trend of their performance. Actually, this is a nice word, sedentary slump. The term perfectly suit as the performance, productivity, and health of youth are declined due to inactive and sedentary nature. Our youth is now inactive and sedentary, no doubt to say that. Mechanization led to sedentary life. No doubt we can watch to our kitchen. We can move to our kitchen. Here we are replaced all mechanical human movements. In Malayalam, we can say that our mother is using ammi, arakallu, just like that to for we are using kitchen, that ammi, arakallu for preparing food. Nowadays, this is replaced by mixer, mixie, grinder, just like so many equipments. And also our washing machine is also replaced one physical activity at home. And in the case of movement, transportation, the development comes, we all having owned 2 or 3 cars or 2 or 3 bikes. The poor cycle shedded in our parking area. We are not interested to use our cycles. for a short span of a duration or a short distance, we will definitely use our car or bike. We are in all ways we are quitting the movement due to this mechanization, and we also select the schools for our students. For we are caring, much more caring, me also caring that the transportation facility of the school. If the school is taking my student, my ward from near to my house, then I will be choose that school. That is why the movement is arrested and we are sedentary. Our youth is moving to sedentary slump. Actually, the great creator, means the God, designed our body to move, not to sit for hours, not to sit for hours. Here the sedentary classes leads to physical discomfort and reduced concentration and long-term health risk. We can transform our sedentary classroom to healthier and modern engaged learning. Please watch the slides. As educators, it is our duty to build an activity classroom, an active classroom, by introducing slum busters. Here I am using the word slum busters. Actually, we the educators want to change us slum busters, like integrating movement breaks, adopting flexible seating, encouraging kinesthetic learning, and optimizing posture and comfort. Here, once again, I am mentioning that here the educators want to turn us slum busters. Earlier in classrooms, I can say that in my childhood days, the teachers used to, if they are handling the classes up to 1 hour or 45 minutes, more than 45 minutes, they used to say that, please stand up, right turn, left turn, hands up, hands down. These commands, that's already navigated my mind to my childhood days. Then these kind of commands will give, it will improve our cognitive learning, and it will improve definitely the blood circulation, and it may convert the slump student, a sedentary slump, to an active person. Nowadays, I think these kind of activities are not using in our classrooms. We are simply taking the classrooms, we are just pouring the knowledge to the student orally and simply leaving the class. Actually, we can see, so in the first slide, the students are just like sedentary slump. And here we can say that in the case of Gen Zs, the attention span is very less, low attention span due to excessive screen time. They are watching reels. They are not ready to read a book or novel just like that. They are not willing to read because their attention span is reducing day by day, because they are scrolling. They are scrolling the reels. That's why the brain is adapting just like that. Then the attention span is less. If we are handling for 1 hour class session, theory class session, no doubt the students may fell into slump, just like sedentary slump. Here we can change short bursts of 30-45 minutes, and it will boost the circulation and also improve the focus also. And you can just ask the student to move and write something on the board. It will help to move that student also and give attention to other students also. The other students also may get concentrated on the class. Just like we can select these kind of activities to your class. And also you must optimize the posture, and you must always care about the posture of your students. Otherwise, this excessive sitting, already explained in the slide, the impact of excessive sitting is physical discomfort, reduced concentration. Maybe it may lead to long-term health risk. Here we want to increase the student management, improved academic performances, enhanced well-being posture. Here, let us now see why movement is important. We can watch the slide. We can literally say that our brain literally works better when we move. Once again, our brain literally works better when we move. Movements are the important for BDNF. Here I mentioned BDNF. It is nothing but it is the brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It's a protein. It's a protein that functions as a crucial growth factor in the brain. It's a small protein-like structure. It will help the growth factor in the brain. And the picture in the slide, you can watch the picture on the slide, clearly shows the contrast between active recovery and cognitive exhaustion. Here we can say that the activities will enhance us neuroplasticity. It's a unique nature of human brain. What you teach your brain, it will adapt. If you are training table tennis, as a physical education teacher, I am always using these kind of examples, pardon me. If you are training that table tennis, definitely the day by day, the brain will understand, oh, this kind of movement, this is the chopping style, this is the defense style, just like that. The brain will understand and the brain will adapt with this. This is what is called this neuroplasticity. It's a unique nature of human brain. And optimizes brain function, increases cognitive speed, focus, improves mood, and boosts cerebral blood flow, builds resilience. In the other side, this is totally exhausted due to prolonged inactivity. We can see that decreased neuroplasticity, impaired cognition, increased fatigue, stress, reduced blood flow. Here it leads to greater vulnerability. Okay. Then the next slide is lifestyle disease. This is also a familiar term to you, I know. As we discussed in the relevance of movement, we will now go deep into the biggest after effect of sedentary habits. It is called lifestyle diseases, which is simply caused due to many unhealthy habits. One of them is being inactivity. Lifestyle disease is very common. Lifestyle disease is very common, but it is not normal. Not that point. It is very common, but it is normal. Actually, we can call the lifestyle diseases are hypokinetic diseases. That is a good word. Better than lifestyle diseases. These are called as hypokinetic diseases. These diseases are caused due to lack of movement. There are 70 more lifestyle diseases are there, I think. Lifestyle diseases are also known as hypokinetic diseases. I already said that mentioned in the slide. Earlier, these diseases were very rare in youngsters. Very rare in youngsters. You didn't hear. You can ask your grandparents or your parents. They didn't hear at the time of their childhood lifestyle disease. But now most of the children are suffering from obesity, hypertension, diabetes, etc., etc. More than 70 hypokinetic diseases or lifestyle diseases are there. And also mental health issues are also very common in our youth. Students are suffering from stress, anxiety, and depression. Recently, I think 1 week before, one girl committed suicide on her entrance coaching center at Kerala. This is mental health issue. This is very common nowadays. Students are suffering stress, anxiety, due to academic load, so many reasons. To adapt to address these issues, we, the educators, must understand the symptom and causes of each lifestyle disease. At least we want to understand the causes and symptoms of lifestyle diseases. Here, one among the lifestyle diseases is obesity. Already, the Palki Sharma's news channel or that slide, she mentioned very clearly about obesity. The obesity ratio of China is now very high than next to USA. I think in that slide she mentioned our country, India, in 4th or 5th stage. Obesity in youth. Obesity is nothing but obesity is the abnormal accumulation of fat on your body tissues. Obesity is the abnormal accumulation of fat on your body tissues. This is, I will say that this is the stepping stone to all other diseases, all other lifestyle diseases. Actually, what it happens here, the rapid weight gain, fatigue, breathing difficulty, that is the main symptoms. And the causes are lack of exercise, processed foods, fast foods. Our youth is always using fast foods. That's why the fat is accumulated on various parts of our body, especially in the visceral fat, not like a subcutaneous fat. It is in the visceral fat, and it may go to so many health risks. This is the stepping stone. If you got, or your ward or your students got obesity, please try to correct now itself. The obesity is the stepping stone to all other diseases. Then next one is diabetes. Here I mentioned type 2 diabetes. Actually, two types of diabetes are there. As you know, type 1 and type 2. This is insulin dependent diabetes mellitus and non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. I think you all are aware about sugar. Sugar, it's called as sugar. Actually, it's diabetes. What it means, the word diabetes is derived from, it's a mixture of Latin and Greek word. Diabetes mellitus. Sweet passes through. That is the meaning. Diabetes mellitus. That's derived from Greek and Latin word sweet passes through. Actually, what happens if you are taking food, the food will be converted into glucose and passes through your blood and enters into the cell and stored as a glycogen. Here, our endocrine system, one hormone is secreted by our pancreas. The beta cells of the pancreas is secreted one hormone named insulin. This insulin played a crucial role when the glucose passes through the blood, and the insulin act as a key. The insulin act as a key to open the cells, and the glucose enters into the cell. This is what insulin is doing. Insulin is acting as a key. When we are taking food, good food, then again the process is going, and all the cells of all our organs maybe got abundant quantity of glucose. There is no expense. Income is higher than expense here. We are heating, converting glucose, enters into the cells, then cells are filled with glucose. Then actually what it happens, the excess glucose will be flow through your bloodstream. You can check that if you are put something into the some body parts into a sugary drink, it may get damaged within 1 week. Just like that, this sugary blood will flow through your internal organs and it may get damaged. This is actually what it happens in diabetes. Here, the insulin fails. The beta cells of the pancreas is producing more and more insulin, and insulin is opening, but no need. There is no need of glucose. Assume if you are engaging in physical activities, this glucose will be converted as energy. Then your cells, actually the cells in the muscles, actually the muscles are the glucose storing factory. You understand, the muscles are the glucose storing factory. Then we are engaging our muscles more, then the glucose will the glucose will spend more. If your muscles are engaging in activity, the spending of glucose in the muscles are more. Then there is no flow in the excess glucose through the blood. That is why we want to engage in physical activities. Doctors advise you want to engage in physical activities while you are tested and noted that you are in type 2, you have type 2 diabetes. We can simply manage type 2 diabetes through your lifestyle management. No doubt. Simply engage in physical activity. Actually, what is happening in your muscles, when you are engaging in a physical activity, you are going for a 2-kilometer run, your calf muscle get tired. After 1 or 1.5 kilometer, what is happening? The glucose is used. Your glucose in the most used in the thigh muscles and your calf muscles is known as the second heart of the body. Then the another term, the lactic acid, is also accumulating to your muscle. Then what is happening? The muscle movement is restricting. Then we are taking a rest. The body is removing the lactic acid immediately and filling up with new glucose. Then we got relaxed. We can move. Actually, this is the process is happening while we are engaging in a physical activity. That is why our muscle get fatigue due to the accumulation of lactic acid. Here we can manage type 2 diabetes through physical activity, no doubt. But in the case of type 1 diabetes, it's by birth. Genetically, the beta cells of pancreas get damaged. The person who having no beta cells in the pancreas to produce the insulin, that insulin is acting as the key. Here we want to give insulin supplements from outside the body as through injection or through pills. So here I can say that the type 2 diabetes can manage simply by engaging physical activities. And next one is common, no need to explain. I think it's hypertension, high blood pressure, BP, blood pressure. We are always using the short form BP. Actually, what is BP? BP is nothing but the pressure exerted by blood on the walls of its vessels. The pressure exerted by the blood on the walls of its vessels. The blood is acting, giving much more pressure to the walls. It may affect to the narrow walls if the BP increases, the blood pressure increases. That's why the doctor suggests that you don't take much more salt, you don't add sodium, that's salt, into your diet. The person diagnosed as BP patient, the doctors will definitely suggest. Actually, why they are suggesting you don't take salt? Did you think about that? Nothing but the sodium is carrying, sodium has a capacity to water carrying capacity. If you are taking sodium, the sodium will, salt will carry water. It will increase the quantity of the water in your vessels. Then it will increase the pressure also. The pressure may affect the narrow vessels at first. That's why the hypertension and diabetes also affect our vision at first. Then turn to the next one is cardiovascular disease. It affects the blood vessels, heart, means our cardiac system. Here, one thing is that heart attack and cardiac arrest. These are not interconnected. Heart attack, how it's happened? I asked this same question to my students. Actually, what is happening while a person having heart attack? Then the students are given so many responses. Sir, it's due to the blockage. Where? Then I asked the same question, where the blockage occurs? In the vessels, sir. Which vessel? In the arteries, sir. Then which artery? Then we don't think about that. We know, the common man know that there is some blockage in heart or in the vessels. That is due to high fat consumption of our food, from our food. Actually, where it occurs, the heart having muscles. That muscles help the heart to squeeze and relax. By this movement, we got blood to all over our body systems. Then the block occurs in the arteries of heart muscles. Actually, the plug occurs the walls of the arteries of heart muscles. Then the blood supply to the heart muscles is restricted. Then the heart muscle is suffered to contrast or relaxed. That's why the heart attack is occurs. Then we got the pain in the chest pain area, and the pain narrowly comes down to the shoulders also. Here happens the muscles of the heart is suffering due to the blockage. And actually, in the case of cardiac arrest, it's a total collapse of heart system. The scientists say that, actually we can say the engineering students, it's a electrical failure. It's a total collapse, not like heart attack. It's a fuel pump problem. Okay, this is due to the inactivity, and also the youth having smoking, vaping, and so many the consumption of high cholesterol food. And the next one is poor sleep. And the third hypokinetic disease is stroke. The blockage or bursting of our artery to brain. It will definitely damage our brain. It may affect the function of our side. If one person occurs stroke, we want to understand the science. That is only that must we understand. The educators, the teachers, and common persons also understand the persons having stroke. The symptoms are B fast. It is called as B fast. Here the B stands for balance. Maybe the balance will lose. At first he loses the balance, he will sit. Then next one E. E4 stands for eye, the blurred vision. The person got blurred vision. The next one B fast. F stands for face. The face, the jaw side of the person is dropped to one side. If you are saying that person to please smile, please say something, no, he can't smile because the jaw side is dropped to one side. That resembles F. And next one is A for arms. If you are take this his hand to a sudden height and it drifted downward, not able to lift. The patient is not able to lift his arm. This is another sign. FA. Then next one is yes. You informed, you initiate that person to speak something. No chance. It's a slurred speech. That stands for S. The last one is T. T stands for time. Only one first aid. We want to take the patient immediately to a medical supervision, to a hospital under a medical supervision, and don't be panic. You know that this is stroke. These are the signs. These are the signs. Be fast are the signs. Then you understand this is stroke, but you didn't get panic. You calm down, don't worry, and take the patient immediately to the hospital. Then another alarming factor. Now coming to the most common disorder faced by young women. Our newly elected government granted medical leave for girls on menstrual grounds because of inactivity and unhealthy lifestyles. Girls find it difficult to cope up with. No doubt, here we are saying that the term you can watch PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Before that, I avoided one term, that PCOD, polycystic ovarian disease. That is the first term. The second term is renamed as PCOS. Actually, the PCOS means simply the ovarian, PCOD is a starting disease. Starting disease means immature eggs are born in the ovaries. That may cause some pains and lagging in the case of their menstrual cycle. That is only. Then they may get some sort of obesity just like that. This is the first stage, PCOD, that we can simply change through physical activities. Then it comes to PCOS, the next stage, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Here we can say that this is due to hormonal imbalance, insulin resistance, low-grade inflammation, and genetic predisposition. Here the symptoms are irregular or absent periods, excess body or facial hair, just like that. So many symptoms are there: severe weight gain and polycystic ovaries. Actually, now this is PCOS. Then it is turned to infertility, subfertility, and maybe to type 2 diabetes and endometrial cancer also, gestational diabetes, and it may affect mental health, anxiety, or depression. I got on experience that one of my student in sports, I think in handball team, took one student to my department that she is having some problem just like PCOD, just like that. The doctor says that you want to do some physical activities, but she is tried to quit the engineering course. Then I advised that no need to quit the engineering course. I can't suffer the pains, I can't manage. She showed the anxiety, depression, and so many stress also. Then I advised that your fund is also doing physical activities and engaged in sports activities. Why you can't come to the ground? Then she engaged. After that, she came to the ground and joined in our handball team. Fortunately, last year she was the captain of the handball women team, won the second runner-up position in university. And also, lastly, she diagnosed there is no cyst in her ovaries. Her body is totally changed. Body fat is reduced and cleansing occurs her face. She is an active student. And at last, she got a gold medal in discus throw event in APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University Intercollegiate Athletic Meet. Now she is working as a software engineer at Bangalore. I can say so many examples that we can simply change these kind of painful periods and these irregular periods, this PCOD and PCOS, by engaging these students to active physical education activities or sports activities with clear evidence. At last, this is turned to PMOS. Now there is no PCOS. Now it's called as PMOS. From this May 2026, the researchers, the change was led by international consortium, more than 50 organizations, patient advocates, and researchers in May 2026 renamed PCOS, the polycystic ovarian syndrome, to polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome. Now it's named as polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome. We can forgot the name PCOD and PCOS. Now it's called as PMOS from this May 2026. Actually, this is same. This is also a syndrome. But here you can say that polyendocrine metabolic. The doctors and advocates suggest that this is affecting all endocrine system of our body. Not simply a cyst in the ovary canal, but actually it affect all endocrine system, including mental health also. That is why this is polyendocrine metabolic ovarian syndrome, and it may be treated by so many different disciplines in the medicine, even mental health also. We can see ovarian manifestation similar to PCOS, irregular cycles, and also more prominent metabolic signs, severe weight gains. It's a chronic disease nowadays, and you try to understand and forgot the word PCOD, PCOS. Now it's known as PMOS. PMOS focus on entire system of endocrine plus hormone plus metabolism. PMOS also affects mental health. Please note, PMOS is also affect mental health. Young women are facing menstrual problems and PMOS due to physical inactivity, unhealthy diet, and chronic stress. Students should be more involved in physical activities. No doubt, students should be involved in physical activities. Next, proper diet. The second part, unhealthy diet. Proper diet and nutrition should be followed. Third one is stress should be managed. All lifestyle diseases should be identified and addressed on time. Here the role as educators or facilitators, we want to identify and address these sort of diseases by time. Then next I move to the another pillar of reform is posture. Posture is nothing but the correct alignment of body segment. Here we can see so many postures are here. Here the sitting, standing, sleeping are posture. This is posture. As you can see in this picture, the posture in this position which you hold in your body against gravity while sitting, standing, or lying down. We are moving against gravity. We forgot that. Good posture keeps your musculoskeletal system assigned, protecting your spine from stress, injury, and pain. No doubt. Are you currently sitting? I'm also bothered about my posture. Now the slide comes. Are you sitting currently in a good posture? Let us now understand our musculoskeletal system in detail. This is the slide. This is our musculoskeletal system. The left side, we can see the muscles, and right side, the bones. About 600 plus skeletal muscles and tendons for movement and posture. Before 3 or 4 slide, I said that our body is designed. The great architect designed our body to move. This is the structure. These muscles, these bones, and here the tendons and cartilages that you want to understand. Tendons are nothing but it is the connections to muscle to bone. And the cartilages are the connective tissues to bone. These muscles and this skeletal system is making us to move from one part to another part for all movement. This is our musculoskeletal system. 206 bones. Here the strongest bone is masseter. That is in our tongue. I am using that. Now the strongest bone, the masseter is using. That is the strongest bone. And strongest muscle. Sorry. There is the strongest muscle. Then the smallest muscle is situated in the ear, stapedius. That is called stapedius. And also the longest muscle is in your thighs. That is why we, the physical educators, want to more engage the thigh muscles. Then only more fat will be burned, because this is the body will take more energy, consume more energy to move our thigh muscles. If you are giving much more physical activities, incorporating with the thigh muscles, the energy consumption is more. Then it will reduce our fat. If you have a fat obese athlete, we gave much more concentrate to the thigh muscles. Okay, that is the longest muscle, and the largest muscles is gluteus maximus, is buttocks. On the another side, we can say that the strongest muscle and longest muscle is, the strongest and longest bone is situated in thigh. That is femur. Here, the longest muscle sartois, and the strongest and longest bone is situated in thigh. And also the smallest bone is situated, known as stapes, that is also in the middle ear. And also the softest bone, that is clavicle, that is in the collar bone. This is our musculoskeletal system. And this is the postural deformities. Let us understand the common postural deformities in detail. Scoliosis, kyphosis, lordosis, and some other also. Here, what is happening? The lateral curvature of the spine and the humpback in the spine. Here, the curvature, inward curvature in the spine, in lordosis. These postural deformities may occur due to our genetic factors, and also neuromuscular conditions, and also accidents. So many reasons are there. But these are also bow leg, knock knee, and flat foot. Here also the kyphosis, lordosis, and scoliosis are, we can see, in majority of our young generation or youth, because so many reasons are there: genetic factors and neuromuscular coordinations, and inactivity also, because the muscles are not strong. Because the muscle, if the muscles get strong, then only we can make a resistance against our gravitational force. Otherwise, our body may get lean. Here, the bow leg. We, the physical educators, are called it as footballer's leg. Messi is also having this bow leg. Great Maradona is also having bow leg. We like this bow leg for footballers because they got much more stability. It is very difficult to fall that person, that footballer, immediately by pushing or pulling, because he got much more stability. Actually, it's a poster deformity. And also the deficiency of vitamin deficiencies may leads to these kind of deficiencies, bow leg. Then knock knee also. This knock knee also, we can correct these things, these postural deformities in early childhood. Simply, we can place one pillow in between the knees at the time of birth and up to 5 or 6 years. Simply, we can change this knock knee situation. And next one is very important: flat foot. This is the unique nature in human being. The arches, absence of arches in the foot. This absence of arches will reduce the movement. Actually, we are completing 100 meters in 9 seconds in competitions. Why? Because of the arches. If the person not having arches in the foot, not able to complete 100 meters, not able to run, he or she may walk like duck. No doubt. It's a unique feature in human, enabling faster walking. Okay. This is also, we can simply rectify these postural deformities at the time of birth. I think the Indian mothers or Kerala mothers are using massaging, oil massaging while bathing their kids. Due to this, they are taking care of these kind of postural deformities at that time. We can simply rectify bow leg and no knee from childhood through the massage itself, oil massage itself. After 18, it is the age of 18, it is very difficult. You can watch the sitting posture in my slide, sitting on a wallet and crossing the same leg. And this is a bad sitting posture. Here, everything I explained that compressed legs leads to a heart disease. And you assume this is your sitting posture. It may cause poor circulation and degeneration, and also strained neck, and also it may lead to kyphosis. And this is heavy laptop bag, and this is a familiar scene of our poor kids to those schools. They are just like loading persons. This is heavy load. Heavy laptop bags in our students also make humpback and forward lean. And also, in the case of ladies, beware of one-side ladies' bags. It causes unleveled hips, shoulders, and strain in the spine. Strain in the spine and also heavy loaded one-sided bag for ladies may cause compression in the nerves through the shoulders. Here the nerves are passing to the brain. It may compress. Take care. Bad postures waste energy. Definitely we can say that the bad postures waste energy. Actually, this is the classroom ergonomics. Shoulder relaxed, back support, thighs horizontal. Ergonomic posture maintains natural alignment of your spine, neck, and also your limbs to reduce muscle fatigue and joint strain. Sitting posture is very important for better concentration. You can watch the figure also. This is the correct sitting ergonomics. And also sleeping. You must take care about your sleeping posture also. Why? Because we are engaging in a sleeping, or we are continuing this sleeping posture for 7 or 6 or 7 hours. It may cause postural deformity. Here, the first one is too high. You are using the pillows just like this. This may cause deformity, definitely. Then it is too low. It is also. Then the third one is correct alignment. You must take care about your spine. The old neuron collections, just like wiring pipe, is moving in the back. That is called spine. We want to give much more importance to posture. If you are in a sitting posture, if you are in a walking posture, or if you are in a sleeping posture, you may give importance. This is the next condition. This is called as tuck neck. And also it is called as text neck. I already write that. Are we bowing to our screens? We are definitely bowing to our screens. This is the situation we can watch in our campus also. All the students are just like while walking, while sitting, they are not talking each other. They are bowing to their screens. This may give much load to the shoulder, neck region. Leads to chronic neck and shoulder pain. Leads to headache and tension. Maybe in the nimbus, may occur in the nimbus because due to the compression, the nimbus, due to lack of blood circulation, the nimbus in the fingers may occur. It may affect the sleep patterns, no doubt. Not caring about the neck and not caring about the posture. The tuck neck or tuck neck may occurs to our youth. Their prevention and care already mentioned that lift your phones, take regular screen breaks, improve your postural awareness, and we can give exercises. If we are also using mobile phones and screens, you can simply do, you can take put your hand in the right side of your neck and you can give a press by your neck to the right side. You can engage this side of your brain, and the same time in the left, and also in the same time you can just like in the forehead region and give pressure to front and give pressure to your back. Then your neck region, the muscles of the neck region will get strengthened. You must do daily. We all want to do this exercise daily because we all are going to the screens daily for 2 or 3 hours. Doubtfully, I can say that if you are not giving this strengthening these muscles in the neck, just like spondylitis or so many diseases will affect you. Okay, try to do these kind of exercises for strengthening your neck. And also, this is, let us know to take a look into the slide. This is the common workshop in our engineering colleges, laboratories and workshops. Are they maintaining good posture in laboratories? I know the faculties are also already managing laboratories instead of theory classes also. Apart from the theory classes, you all are managing theory classes. But you think these are the postures. We, the educators, should ensure correct workstation, safe tool operation, precision tasks, etc. Here, what I mentioned, my aim of this slide is the applied ergonomic feedback loop. First one is assess the risk. You can assess the risk in your laboratories, and you can design solutions to manage that problems. Then you can implement adjustments in your laboratories. Then again, you want to reevaluate, and finally you please optimize the performance. Very next academic year, my fellow educators, please follow this applied ergonomic feedback loop to your institutions. It may help the bad posture of our students, more energetic workplace in our laboratories. Try to implement the applied ergonomic feedback loop. With this, we will be able to ensure good posture, thus increase the productivity of our students, and also we can increase the health condition of our students. Okay. Actually, this is the ergonomic posture. What I mean, the correct sitting posture, clearly focused mind and proper body alignment, less muscle tension, better circulation, high stress resilience, better digestion, less pain. It will help to better brain and body communication, neuromuscular coordination, and also increased energy, more confidence, better breathing, fluid mobility, more mobility, and better balance. And it may lead to better quality of life. Hence, it is very essential to maintain healthy posture, not only for our musculoskeletal system, but also maintain our posture, balance, and quality of life. Then we are switched to another pillar of reforms, what I mean, nutritional framework. We have covered the major concerns of youth, health decline, sedentary slump, lifestyle disease, and postural deformities. Let us now move to the next pillar of reform, nutritional framework. A nutritional framework is a structured approach to diet that guides food selection, nutrient balance, and eating habits to achieve specific health and performance goals. We shall commence the concept of nutritional framework in detail by the famous quote of Hippocrates. the father of medicine. Already we know that. Let food be thy medicine. ഭക്ഷണമാകട്ടെ ഔഷധം എന്നാണ് ഹിപ്പോക്രാറ്റ്സ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ളത്. ലെറ്റ്സ് ഫുഡ് ബി ദൈ മെഡിസിൻ. ദിസ് കോട്സ് highlights the idea that nutritious, balanced diet and the foundation of long-term health. Actually, it's a misleading word, diet. Diet is nothing but the combination of food. Today morning you take the breakfast, idli or dosha or some egg or a glass of milk. This is your morning breakfast diet. Actually, the persons are misleading this term. ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് ഡയറ്റിലാണ്. Sorry to say in Malayalam, actually the most of the participants from Kerala, I used a little bit of Malayalam in between the lines. ഞാൻ ഇന്ന് ഡയറ്റിലാണ്. Actually, it's a mistake. Diet means the combination of food. Diet refers to the combination of food and beverages that provides necessary nutrients for optimal health, growth, and maintenance of body. That is diet. Simply, we can say the combination of food. Actually, you mean dieting. Actually, what is dieting? You are taking one diet. Deliberately, you are adding one food. Or deliberately, you are cutting down one food from this diet. It is called dieting. Here you are doing deliberately. The combination, you are changing the combination of your diet. Cutting some fat and protein, some kind of carbohydrate. You are cutting down. This is dieting. That is called dieting. And also another word is nutrition. Actually, nutrition is the science that deals with the intake, digestion, absorption, metabolism, and the excretion of nutrients. Actually, this word is also miscommunicated, I think. Nutrition means somebody think that we are taking some food and we got some nutrients, that is nutrition. Actually, that is not nutrition. Nutrition means if you are taking a food to your mouth and last the food was excreted after the absorption, the whole process is known as nutrition. Intake of the food to excretion of the waste product. The whole process is known as nutrition. That is nutrition. Okay, then essential nutrients. Now we have understood that the concept of diet and nutrition. Diet is simply a combination of food, and nutrition is the whole process, intake to excretion. Then what are the essential nutrients required our body? Did you think? Essential nutrients are a vital components of our body needs to survive, grow, and also the function properly. So many functions. They are macronutrients and micronutrients and hydration also. Here we can divide the nutrients into macro and micro. Macro means big and micro means small. Here the macro requires large quantities to produce energy, maintain structure, and support functions. These are carbohydrate and fat. Then micronutrients are just like required by the body, small quantities of function, but they are controlling major functions. The vitamins and minerals, the micronutrients are controlling, grow, and fight against disease. That is vitamins and minerals. These are the essential nutrients. Protein, carbohydrate, fat. Fat is also essential nutrient. Fat is also a lubricant. Actually, we can say that fat is the backup battery of our body. Actually, the body will convert these protein, carbohydrate, vitamin, minerals. Actually, the body converts fat as the energy at last. That's why the fat burning in our body is a very difficult task. We want to do the aggressive physical activities or continuous physical activities to burn fat. Because at first body will take protein, then carbohydrate, then protein. Last, the body will take fat. And last, the body will take the visceral fat also. That's why we are very difficult to manage our belly fat. We want to engage vigorous physical activities to reduce our belly fat. Why? Because the visceral fat will converted as energy in the last process of physical activity by strenuous exertion of physical activity. And here the vitamins, minerals, then macro and micronutrients. No need to explain. The micronutrients A, B, D, E, K that are fat soluble and also water soluble. Here we can say that the macronutrients provide calories and energy, build tissues. Here the micronutrients are enhance immunity and they are not providing energy. They are enhanced. Okay. Here the balanced diet. You all are familiar to the word balanced diet. Actually, what is balanced diet? Samegrita Aharam. A diet that contains an adequate amount of all the nutrients required by the body to grow, remain healthy, and disease-free. A healthy, balanced diet provides necessary energy requirement, protects against vitamin, mineral, and the nutritional deficiencies, and build up immunity. Balanced diet may vary. Try to understand the balanced diet, the Samikrita Aharam, may vary from person to person according to his age and according to his working pattern. A layman or daily wage labor has some sort of balanced diet compared to a man having or he or she having white collar job. Here the energy expenditure is totally different. Then the balanced diet is also different to person by age also. When talking about this balanced diet, when my childhood days, I used to study in a Malayalam medium. Then at that time in our class, the teacher is taking one class just like that. I am saying in Malayalam, Amma എനിക്ക് എന്നും കാച്ചിയ പാൽ തരും. ഞാനത് കുടിക്കാഞ്ഞാൽ അമ്മ കരയും. കാരണം എന്താണെന്നറിയാമോ? ഞാനും അച്ഛനെ പോലെ വളരണം, വലുതാകണം. അതാണ് അമ്മയ്ക്കിഷ്ടം. പാൽ ഒരു സമീകൃത ആഹാരമാണ്. Sorry for Malayalam. Here the lesson states that milk is a balanced diet. Misleading. At that time, the classroom teaching leads to balanced diet. Actually, they said that milk and egg are balanced diet. Nowadays, we can clearly say that milk alone, not a balanced diet. Egg alone, it's not a balanced diet. If we can combine milk and egg to other your food items, it may called as balanced diet. It may give adequate energy and it may include nutrients. It may call it as balanced diet. The concept is wrong. Milk and egg and not it's just a diet, not balanced diet. It may combined with other groups, then we can call it as balanced diet. Then it's a common man's balanced diet. It's a common plate. Here we can see that the fruits and vegetables are 40% and fiber-rich carbohydrate are 25% and protein 25%, 10%. Here water is also here. All these are inclusive of water and water content present all these food groups, including water also. And this is the common plate of a balanced diet. Try to follow this rule. And these are the essential nutrients. I think no need to explain minerals, carbs, protein, fat, fiber. These are the essential nutrients we want to combine in a balanced diet. Okay. Then this is the thing. Our Gen Zs, our youth is highly influenced by social media, no doubt. They are fascinated by magical and shortcut result. That's why these diets are called fad diet. Our Gen Zs, our youths, our students, we also following these fad diet for shortcut. We want to accumulate fat or we want to gain weight suddenly. We want to lose weight suddenly. We are using shortcuts. Keto carb. First one is keto diet. Second one is paleo diet. Just like caveman. പ്രാചീന കാലത്തെ പോലെ വേട്ടയാടി ഭക്ഷണങ്ങൾ കഴിക്കുന്ന intermittent fasting. I think most of us are using this intermittent fasting. Then next one is juice cleanses. This is another term is misleading nowadays in social media. They are claims it's a fad diet is a trendy weight loss plan that promises rapid result without scientific hacking. There is no scientific hacking. Juice cleanses. Where is the scientific proof? ABC juice that cleanses our body. That says through Instagram and YouTube University. I'm saying this is a YouTube University. And these diets are often requires severe calorie restriction, the elimination of entire food groups, or reliance of excessive supplements. While they may cause initial weight loss, they are usually unsustainable and can lead nutritional deficiencies. And here we can see the mono diet. It's not possible. Eating one type of food and also vegetable food. This is not advisable. And next one, this is the fad diet. Recently, we understand, we know the news that a girl from Talasheri is passed away as she was so addicted to this diet culture. I think she got a nutritionist through university, YouTube. Through YouTube, she got a nutritionist. According to his advice, she followed. Last, she done that. She suffered from malnourishment and she totally avoid water for 3 days. Totally avoid water for 3 days. At last, we lost that girl. This is due to the misunderstanding of fad diet. It is promises extreme claims. 10 pounds, we can lose 10 pounds per week and we can add 10 kilos. Try to understand our students. Please direct our young generation to the balanced meals, portion control, regular exercise, and advise them to consult a nutrient. Balanced diet and fat diet. No doubt it will give steady energy. The balanced diet will give steady energy. It contains variety of food groups. And here the energy crashes. A connected approach to well-being and learning excellence. And next one is, I'm moving fast. This is fat. Fat is an essential nutrient to maintain optimal health. No doubt. It is a chemical structure combining hydrogen, oxygen, and carbon atoms. There is a misconception that fat is unhealthy. No, we need fat. I already said that fat is the battery backup to our body. And here we can say that 3 type of fat: saturated, unsaturated. Simply we can say that the saturated fat are solid in state while in a room temperature, and most of the unsaturated fat are liquid state in a room temperature. That we understand. That's a meat and egg, just like that, olive oil, just like in unsaturated fat. We can say that unsaturated fat, sesame oil, ellanna, unsaturated fat is better than saturated fat. We want saturated fat, we can take saturated fat according to our need. But unsaturated fat is good for health. It carries HDL, high density lipoprotein. And try to avoid trans fat. This is unhealthy. Never consume. It may through sugary drinks, processed food, and you can French fries, the tasty food of our youth, and also donuts. Here I am showing the examples as the donuts. These are trans fat. These are extended shelf life and processed food. Try to advise our students to avoid trans fat. Then here is a simple one. Our brain is also need nutritious food. Why? Because I am mentioning three sections, section 1, section 2, section 3. Here the section 1 is essential fatty acid and lime omega 3. It's a light structure foundation for brain. Here it contains EPA, eicosapentaenoic acid, with reduces inflammation, and DHA, docosahexaenoic acid, is a major component of brain tissue. And the second one is neuroplasticity. Already mentioned, neuroplasticity is a unique nature. When we got stroke or accident, we lose some brain cells here. Then what happens? If in a traffic route, one bridge collapses, actually what we do is we will take arrangements to make another subway or underground passage to carry out the same, correct the traffic. Just like that, the brain cells will change the route and hand over the duties to another cell of another group of cells. Then only we can move. That's why the patients after stroke is getting improvement while moving, while talking. That is why the quality of neuroplasticity of our brain. Rewiring the brain. Neurons are connected. Here the new neurons are connected. That is why we can able to move after a mild stroke. The brain cells of one area is damaged. It creates new connection, new pathways. And the third section is cellular metabolism. Brain utilizes glucose as the primary fuel. We can say that ketones, and it converts ADP to ATP, adenosine diphosphate to adenosine triphosphate. Again, the glycemic index, simply say that the glycemic index, if you are taking food, the glucose level in your body will increase. Definitely the food will converted as glucose. Then we can say that here the glycemic index means rapid increase in the blood sugar. The glucose spikes rapidly. That is glycemic volatility. Nowadays, youth are highly addicted to sugary drinks. Just the Palki Sarma's video mentioned the sugary drinks and caffeine also. These sugary drinks like colored carbonated drinks, bottle attractive packages leads to rapid sugar spikes and sugar cravings. These spikes slowly leads to brain fogging. The new term brain fogging, and later sudden energy crashes. The up and down is sudden. Energy spike and down is the sudden due to this energy drinks. This will affect their brain definitely and lowers focus and stamina. Whereas if they consume healthy meals like fiber, protein, whole grain, carbs, they will get stable glucose levels, no doubt. Hence, the students must given awareness about the the ill effects of sugary drinks. And the last one is hydration, I think. This is the fourth or fifth pillar of reforms. So far, we have discussed about the relevance of macronutrients. Now, over to the most vital nutrient. There's the most vital nutrient for which no supplements yet discovered. That is water. Hydration is the process of maintaining adequate water in the body, which is vital for virtually every physiological function. Here we want to understand that we want to put a baseline in hydration strategy. That is saying that 2.7 liter water per day for a common lady. and 3.7 liter per day for a adult man. It's a baseline. Don't think it's the correct measure. This is the baseline. You put a baseline 2.7 for ladies and 3.7 for adult men. After that, we can add water, the liters according to your work. Because the water is lost through sweat, urine, breath, and bowel movements. That we want to understand. According to that laws, we want to add water. The water requirement may vary according to the climatic conditions also. And also if you are engaging physical activity also. No doubt. These are the importance of hydration. Boosts the cognitive performance, then supports cellular function, regulates electrolyte, and support and detox your gut, and enhances physical guidance. And also it improves the kidneys function, kidneys health. Water helps blood vessels stay open and enabled the kidneys to filter the waste effectively. And another term is also I am mentioning here, water intoxication. That is overhydration. Due to the information from the YouTube or Instagram, we are taking too much of water. Definitely, it will give swelling to our brain cells. We want to take water. We already given the baseline 2.7 and 3.7 liters. Apart from that, you are engaging physical activity, you can add more water. According to the laws through sweat, breath, you can add more water. Unless otherwise you are not engaging, you are a sedentary person, no need to load more water. It may harm to your kidney and also it may swell to your brain cells. No doubt at all. Then circadian rhythm. Our body is a machine, no doubt, for which nutrition acts like a fuel and every machine needs a rest or recover. Rest and recover are vital part of our psychological and physiological well-being. Then give your body time to time repair and damage and regulate essential hormones. Proper downtime helps maximize your physical gains, prevent injury and burnout. Let us see our body's rest mechanism. Actually, it's called as body's rest mechanism. We have a biological clock known as circadian rhythm. It's a natural 24-hour clock situated in the hypothalamus. That's located in our hypothalamus. That regulates everything from sleep-wake cycle. It releases hormone, it managing hormone. Sleep help in rest and recovery, partial shutdown. Just like our laptops, we are partially shutting down at night. No doubt. This is managed by our circadian rhythm. This is managed by this biological clock. Did you see the birds go to nest by sunset? It's a wonderful scene. Why? Because they know it's the time to rest. But actually our youth, our Gen Zs, our modern life starts at night. That is what is called night life. We are totally disturbing our circadian rhythm. No doubts. Here the circadian rhythm starts 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. early morning. By the sunrise, the cortisol secretion starts. The body temperature lowers, burst time to wake. Then 4 to 8 a.m. Listen, 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. in between that. After that, 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. the morning, focus on alertness in the peak. Hormones are active. Then 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. Now, the time is now. Energy coordination is in the peak. Now we are in the energy coordination peak. Burst time for workouts and metabolic activities. Then 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. body slows down, getting down, and avoid heavy meals after 5 p.m. Then 9 p.m. the night starts. again the melatonin secretes. Again in the 9 to 12, the melatonin rises and the sleep starts. Here the repair of hormone, body repairing is done and doing, and also hormone balance also doing, and also our gut healing. If you are disturbing this cycle, you can understand again the repair, rest, healing, everything collapsed. Actually, two hormones you want to understand: cortisol rise and melatonin rise. Here I am adopting one rule, not by my rule. The science researchers are says that 3-2-1 rule. Before go to bed, 3 hours before your bedtime, you stop your food, your dinner. Stop your dinner, and 2 hours before to your bedtime, you stop your water intake. Then 1 hour before to your bedtime, you stop screen time. Turn off your mobiles or put off away from your mobile screens, because the blue light is secreting. This blue light, due to the melatonin secretion, decreases and cortisol secretion increases. Again, we are getting activated. If you are watching mobiles from the bed, we all having the habit of watching mobiles while we are going to the bed, and at the time of sleeping we are watching the reels and checking the WhatsApp messages. Actually, what happens, your eyes and body is ready to set down, partially set down, and the melatonin secretion is increasing at that time. But that time you are seeing or watching the screen, the blue light secretion will increase your cortisol production. Again, you are activating, not for sleeping. It is disturbing your circadian rhythm, and try to stop watching screen time and try to follow the rule 3-2-1. 3 hours before the food and 2 hours for drink liquid, and last 1 hour for screen time. And this is importance. No need memory consolidation and executive function, neuroplasticity already mentioned. And also here the immune function, metabolic balance, and cellular repair. No need to explain. This is the vital importance of good sleep, because we also want a reset or partial shutdown, just like our computers. Here the circadian rhythms, our students lack of proper sleep and hygiene. That's why their circadian rhythm is in disorder. They got the disorders from their entrance coaching centers or high education centers. They got that kind of habit. One among the students says that I can't sleep, sir, before 2 o'clock. Before 2 o'clock, she can't sleep because her circadian rhythm is collapsed. Then actually what happens? It will affect her body. It may lead to so many problems as like PCOS, PMOS also. And this affects both health and academic performance also. No doubt. We want to make a sleep hygiene, dark and cool environment, no blue light, consistent schedule. Okay. Light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep. These are the conditions of sleep. If you got a good sleep, it is leading to better health and better focus. No doubt. Here is another term is mental health. Nowadays we are stigmatizing mental health. We already said that peace in yourself and harmony with others. That is the simple term of mental health. Peace in yourself and harmony with others. Managing the situation without the stress, and managing the anxiety with the situations. There is a rapid increase in the students facing mental health issues. Now every institutions are adopting one counselors. No doubt. I am appreciating that, because nowadays we are stigmatizing our mental health. Actually, we want to destigmatize our mental health. We want to destigmatize our mental health. If you got a fever or cold, we just simply ran to doctor and take pills and advice everything. But if you got a mental problem, no, we will hesitate to meet a doctor or a consultant or a counselor or a psychologist. We are stigmatizing mental health. This is due to our social issue, I think. We educators should destigmatize mental health issues. Then only we can save our students. It is just like fever and any other diseases. We should support our students to cope up with academic stress, time management issues, and in engineering students, we are seeing time management issues and physical activity will, every time I will say that physical activity. Why? Because I am a physical education teacher. That's why, pardon me, the physical activity will help for stress management. No doubt. Try to engage your students to in physical activities. Please advise them. Okay. Then this is the institutional policies that I put the Fit India and AICT platform. We, the educators, are the front line. We, the educators, are the frontline teachers. We want to support the system for the student health. We must act as early identifiers of physical and mental health issues, build emotional resilience and fostering safe classroom environments, and act daily role models for healthy habits like nutrition and physical activity. We also want to engage in physical activity. We also want to avoid junk foods. We want to make the role models to our students. Then they will follow us. That's why we are saying that we are the educators or facilitators. We are the role models. We are the gurus. No doubt. Execution is important as planning. These are the 3 pillars of institutional policies. You please try to implement physical activity and wellness, then nutrition, and third one is circadian rhythm, sleep hygiene. Okay, we want to implement at institution level and we want to concentrate on these 3 pillars. Here is the sneak peek into the central government Fit India program. I already said that this is the Fit India movement was designed by our central government to all age group. Here we suggest 18 to 65 group. We can say that a sound mind in a sound body. And here Fit India aims that a sound mind and emotional well-being. And here also in the right side, vital bodies and physical standards for all age groups. And sports socialization. Sports socialization leads to leadership qualities, teamwork, and character building. Being associated with physical education and sports person, I can proudly assure that the role of sports in building students' essential life skills. Sports teaches you to celebrate victories and learn from failure. Learn from failures. തോൽക്കാൻ പഠിക്കും. സ്പോർട്സിലെ ഏറ്റവും വലിയ ഗുണമായി കാണുന്നതാണ് തോൽക്കാൻ പഠിക്കും. How to manage failures. If you are losing in a game, you will try, you can understand and how to manage that failure situation. In real life situation also, that student can, that sports person can manage the failures. And also builds leadership qualities, teamwork, and character. Character and teamwork is losing. Last, I think one of the studies in IIT is also shows that teamwork in BTech students are decreasing. That affects their placements. Nowadays, the placement companies are giving more importance to sports persons or sporting engineers. Why? Because they are active. I urge you everyone to promote sports among your students. Not just physical activity, but improving life skills. Not for making a sports person, for making or developing his skills. You try to promote the physical activities of your institutions. You try to diversify the program. You try to help the physical education faculties and the Department of Physical Education to make diversify programs and upgrade infrastructure and integrate this academics into the sports. And here also we adopted in our university that credit-based wellness course and also foster partnership. I am happy to say that in my college, NSS College of Engineering, the students are always join with me for organizing intramurals in all levels. We are very fortunate to say that we are conducting a college premier league only for a charity based. Charity leads to CPL leads to charity. Our college premier league, the motto of our college premier league is CPL leads to charity. Just an intramural game. The students are designed the rules and everything. And I think it's completed the 10th season now. We are donated approximately more than 10 lakh rupees through charity. Very proudly I can say that our students are engaging in social commitments through these sports activities. The National Board of Accreditation team also give some approach to these kind of activities. This college premier league leads to charity also. And we are receiving tremendous support from our alumni. And also, I can say that in my institution, I received tremendous support from my colleagues to foster the physical activities in cope up with in their academics. They are giving a very good support. Just like that, you educators also give support to your physical education faculties and foster the activities of your institution, physical activities. This may improve the focus of your students. Then I can say that you can have 1,000 problems in a life. Until you have one problem, then it is one health problem, the only one problem. Suddenly, the things that used to stress you, money, relationship, work pressure, everything feel so insignificant. When you got a health issue, these things are insignificant. No doubt, your simple problems, just like relationship problem, work pressure problem, and money problem, one fine day, you are diagnosed by a disease that will affect your health. Then these problems are insignificant to you. I can say that without health, even the biggest wins in your life loses its meaning. Health is not just a small part of your life. Health is everything. Once again, I am saying health is not just a small part of your life. Health is everything. And thank you. With that, the coming to the culmination of this session, building next-gen engineers, integrating physical activity and wellness into holistic education. I take this opportunity to congratulate the entire Department of Applied Science and Humanities of Sripati Institute of Management and Technology, Vavanur, Palakkad, for efficiently organizing 6-day international FDP on next-gen engineering education, modern perspective for educators. My humble gratitude to Dr. Praveen P. Nambishan, my former colleague, and also Dr. Maya Ma'am, and their vibrant team for inviting me to deliver a session. And also, special thanks to my good friend, Mr. Rajesh sir. He is the HOD of Physical Education, Sripati Institute of Science and Technology, and he referred me to this golden platform. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I placed on record my deepest acknowledgement to each participant for their patient listening. I know your listening span, attending span is also decreasing. Actually, I took 2 hours. Anyway, for the patient listening and your valuable time, I am saying thanks to one and all. Thank you. Thank you.
If you don't have any questions, let us wind up the session. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Rajesh sir, for delivering such an insightful and inspiring session on building next-gen engineers, integrating physical activity and wellness into holistic education. Your session highlighted the importance of maintaining physical fitness, mental well-being, and a balanced lifestyle alongside academic excellence. Once again, thank you, Dr. Rajesh sir, for an excellent and enlightening session. Thank you all. We shall now conclude this session.
Thank you.